I'm Holly Clancy alongside Jared Pohl, and we have a crowning episode for you today.
That's right, Holly. Between us and Period 3, we have a great mix of sports and entertainment. How about we get started with your segment, Holly?
We gathered students' opinions alongside with clips from events that happen around the school year and threw some music together with them to call it Hills 365. Let's check it out.
Sorry, I ain't got no money. I'm not trying to be funny, but I left it all at home today. You can call me what you wanna. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away. You might knock me down, you might knock me down, but I will get back up again. You can call it how you wanna. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run.
If I had to describe Wayne Hills in one word, I would say growth.
Interesting.
Involved. Flamboyant.
Outstanding. Great. Fun.
Interesting.
Welcoming.
My favorite memory here is SCA.
SDA.
SDA.
Football game.
State champs.
State champs.
Looking to throw. He has a man wide open. Melissa makes the catch. Game's over, Lou. It's a touchback. The game is over, Lou. It's going to be a touchback. If he caught it, the game is over. It's a touchback. Wayne Hills has won the game.
Lacrosse season.
The first week of school.
Formal.
I ain't got no money. I'm not trying to be funny, but I left it all at home today.
Bowling.
Call me what you wanna. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away.
Spirit Week.
You might knock me down, you might knock me down, but I will get back up again. You can call it how you wanna. I ain't giving you $1 this time. I ain't gonna run away. This time, this time, this time I ain't gonna run. Not this time.
The Wayne Relay for Life was last month on May 20th and the 21st, and it was a weekend to remember. Students, teachers, and parents all over Wayne came to the event to support the cure of cancer and have fun. There were teams all over the field playing games, walking the track, and even getting dunked in the dunk tank. Let's go take a look at all this relay fun.
Heart been so cold that I don't feel it all. Scarred up inside, so I built all these walls. My head rolling back, but I'm faking the rush. I'm out every night and I'm lonely as it's strange, but I don't need space from you. In every single thing you do, I've been chased. Maybe I just knew I had to wait for you. Draw a knife and carve a little space for you. It feels nice. It's strange, but I don't need space from you. In every single thing you do, I like.
The Wayne Hills sewing team had a great season where many people set personal records. Mr. Shield has a program back on track. Let's take a look.
Spring track is one of the most popular sports at Wayne Hills when springtime comes around. There's an assortment of athletes from all different sports who come to participate in track. The throwing team, who is coached by Mr. Shell this year, had a very successful season. We asked some of the people involved with throwing about some of their highlights of the season, such as their favorite track moment, goals, and a summation of the year as a whole.
My favorite part about throwing is me knowing that I actually contributed to the team's victory and winning. Like when we win, like when I throw and I place and I actually contribute points to the team, I feel so happy because I hate going to meets and I feel useless when I don't win. So yeah, definitely the best part would be getting a new PR and placing top 3. And then you could, ultimately the goal is just to help your team win. I believe the hardest throwing event is definitely javelin. It's all technique. Everything about it is technique. It doesn't matter how strong you are. I mean, obviously that plays a big factor, but when it comes down to it, javelin is the hardest, most difficult throwing event of all of them. It's very difficult to get down. What makes an athlete a good thrower is their determination and their perseverance. I would say that they would have to be very determined. They'd have to be very consistent in the gym. Like in terms of lifting, not much cardio. Cardio does help, but in terms of getting stronger and then also going back to the roots of learning the basics of the techniques of the event they're throwing.
I would sum it up. It was pretty successful. The girls won counties for the second year in a row for the first time ever. Everyone worked really hard and together to make it a success. During the season, I continued to PR in meets. It was stressful at times, but then when you threw that PR, it really felt great and you just wanted to keep throwing better. Probably this year was my favorite year because freshman year you don't know a lot, you're just trying things out, but then as the years go on you find things that you like the most and that you want to do and continue. So this year was definitely one of the best years. My favorite part about throwing is that I like the mental challenge it gives, where you have to obviously be strong, but at the same time you have to work on the small things to make the big things happen.
I think the track season has gone quite well for the throwers. We've had a lot of personal improvement, a lot of personal bests. As far as us competing at the league and county level, we've had some ups and downs, but again, we're really judging ourselves by how we improve individually from March really until May. Certainly our highlights would be senior Jacob Rantis in the javelin, coming in second in the county, second in the league, and we're hoping he will do quite well the state sectional meet, moving on to the state group meet, and who knows, potentially the state meet of champions. Favorite moment this year was probably, I wouldn't say one moment, just anytime someone was throwing for a personal best, seeing their excitement, seeing them being really happy, seeing that all their work paid off. So I wouldn't say one moment, but anytime that one of our student athletes performed in a way that they were happy, that of course as a coach makes you happy.
The hardest throwing event is definitely javelin because it's all technique. You have to have that down perfect, and it's the hardest one.
Our leaders of this team that will definitely lead us to winning is, I would say for the girls side, is definitely Jess Mongelli. She is after Shell, she's kind of our second coach, our mini little coach, for the girls side at least. I mean, there's been multiple times where it's just me and Jess out there and after practice, and she's just helping me get down my technique and helping me get farther, and I do improve because of it. And for the boys side, I would say it'd be Jacob Rantis, who throws javelin, and Brendan Judge, definitely. They are they are, Jacob's amazing in jab, Brandon's amazing in shot and disc. So, I mean, well, actually, Jacob's amazing in all 3 events. I mean, it's Jacob Rantis, but who is? But yeah, basically all the seniors really, they're kind of the glue of our little throwing family. They all kind of keep us together.
Also regarding the future, we asked about some advice for future track athletes.
What people should know about the throwing team that they don't already know is that we are not the team that people go to if they don't want to run. I mean, a lot of us actually do enjoy throwing. We like it a lot. And yeah, I mean, we do stuff. We don't just play World Cup soccer. And it's also not as easy as you think it is. It's actually very hard and difficult. Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of time and effort into it. And yeah, we just love it.
Come give it a shot. Come give it a shot. Nothing ventured, nothing lost. It's certainly worth giving a shot. We'd love to have people come and try out. A lot of people think that to be in the throws you have to be big and huge. That is not the case. Strength does help, but a little bit of athleticism can go a long way. So we certainly encourage kids to come give it a shot.
My advice for freshmen is just to stick with track. It's a great sport, and there's so many opportunities that come with it. You don't know what it's going to lead for the future, and you just got to keep working at it. It's a great way to meet friends and stay involved. It's not as easy as it seems. Everyone thinks that throwing is just a walk in the park. It's just who's the strongest, but it's not. You need to, just like any other sport, you need to practice. You need to be in the weight room and dedicate your time and just keep practicing.
Oftentimes in sports, teams have to go through some sort of adversity in order to get to the top. We asked the team what types of challenges they had to overcome.
When it's time to deliver for the team, like when we're in a meet and we have to throw, the pressure, I don't think I handle it very well at all, actually. I get very nervous, and it's actually my teammates who help calm me down, like Jess Mongelli and Ashley Donald. They calm me down. They tell me you'll be fine, you got it, you're all right. And then I just have to breathe and go in there. I usually just before I step in, I always do the cross, because and then I go in and I throw, and hopefully I do well. But if I don't, I get 2 more chances to throw again. But yeah, I always go into a meet nervous, always nervous. But I always have my friends and my teammates to calm me down and help me out.
I think one of the big things is just getting more numbers out, getting more people out, especially on the girls' side. We only had about 5 girls throwing this year. And on the boys' side, just to continue to improve and really build a program, build a culture where, hard work is expected. People know they have to show up day in, day out and really produce to get the best results possible. Certainly the weather was very tough early on. We had a lot of bad weather. It was hard to get outside. We really couldn't get outside and throw. And the other issue is, again, of course, just building up big numbers and trying to create a culture. There's been a lot of different coaches over the years. There hasn't been a lot of consistency. So we're trying to create a culture where, accountability, hard work, those are the expectations day in, day out. And hopefully that will pay off when it comes to the big meets.
The Wayne Hills baseball team had a pretty good year, considering it was an adjustment year, after losing 7 college commits last year and getting a new coach. Although they had much to adjust to, they still had many accomplishments, including winning their league.
This year, the Wayne Hills baseball team had a very good season. With last year's team setting pretty high standards with 5 Division I athletes, this year's team was definitely up for the challenge. It was going to be difficult with all of the tough competition they had to go through. It was playing many division rivalries and other tough opponents like Pascack Valley and Don Bosco.
Last year, the team made it. They didn't get past the first round. It was a tough loss, but yeah, they didn't get past. Last year we lost to a very good Indian Hills team. Probably should have won the game, but it was just, we just didn't. Today we play Morris Hills, at Morris Hills for the first round of our state tournament. I think we have a real good chance of winning today. We have Gilmore on the mound, and he's going to shut down the other team, and I think we'll come out with the dub and move on in the tournament. The hardest team to beat, I think, in the tournament could be probably Pascack Valley. They have a real strong pitching staff, but earlier this season we saw a glimpse of them. We did come out with the win, but again, they do have a strong pitching staff, so you never know.
Last year we won our league, we won our county, and we lost in the first round of states. I think our team is extremely capable of winning every time we play, and we're just going to go as far as our pitching takes us. Pascack Valley is always pretty tough, Old Tapan's tough, Roxbury's a good team, but we're capable of beating anybody any day.
Last year's team was tremendous. They won counties for the 3rd time in school history, and they had an early exit in the state tournament, which we're hoping not to do. Today we play the Scarlet Knights of Morris Hills. The hardest team to beat in the tournament is Morris Hills. That's our mindset because they're up next, so we got to beat them to get to Riverdale or anyone else in the tournament.
With not much seniors this year, it was key for the underclassmen to step up into role positions and stay healthy off the field. So there are no injuries that could cost them late in the season.
The position I like to play the most is probably center field because it kind of commands the whole outfield. I like the new coaching staff. They bring a lot of younger people who had good talent here at Wayne Hills when they played, and a lot of people who had experience in the game of baseball in their early careers. And during the game, I just like to walk around the dugout, maybe back and forth, so I don't tighten up when I go out there and play. After the game, I usually like to kind of ice my arm or maybe go for a jog so my arm doesn't get too sore for the next game or practice.
The position I like to play the most is shortstop. Before a game, I always got to get those good eats in. Then I stretch out a little bit, make sure I'm not tight and don't pull something. You know, you get the arm loose, get some swings in the cage, and then you're good to go. After the game, I take care of myself. I usually ice down the elbow, the shoulder. I get a good night's sleep so I can rest up.
I like to play first base the most because I get to be involved in almost every play. The new coaching staff has a ton of energy, and they always want to make sure we're having fun when we're on the field. I stay loose during games. We're just, chatting it up in between innings, making sure I'm always, got a ball in my hand or bat in my hand or whatever, and just always being prepared to get in.
With such a great season last year, a lot of these players look to strengthen their weaknesses from the year before and to build on some of their strong attributes too.
Last year, as a freshman, I kind of liked how I performed. I hit well. I made all the plays I needed to in the field, and we had a good season. This year, I focused on my plate discipline, not swinging any pitches out of the zone or swinging at any curveballs that wasn't going to go for a strike. Overall, I like what I bring to the team is my ability to play the field well and get the necessary hits I need to get runs in and get on base and score a run.
I think last year was a very successful year. We had a ton of talent, and we went pretty far. I think making a run in states would be nice. Last year we got out the first round of states, so it would be nice to win a couple games and get something going this year. I think our focus is just staying mentally in games at all times. Sometimes we lose focus when we're on the field, and it leads to sloppy play, and that's how we lose games. I like to say I bring energy and hopefully a little leadership that keeps us on track.
Last year, I thought I had a decent year, but there's always room for improvement. What I could do better is make more plays in the field and drive in more runs when I get up with men in scoring position. This year, I focused on kind of my hitting more, just being short to the ball, because you're going to see faster pitching on varsity, so you got to get your timing down. To this team, I feel like I bring enthusiasm and passion, and I feel like I do a good job communicating with everyone, and I try to keep it as loose as possible.
What stuck from last year's team was the bond that all of the players had with each other. The chemistry with the team definitely helped late in the season to win tough games. It also helped in the beginning of the season when the new coaches came in.
This year on the hitting side of it, Jason Sanfilippo is probably one of our better hitters, and on the pitching side, Gilmore and Berdan really shut down the other teams we had faced. Our team chemistry is great. Practices, we have a lot of fun. We like to joke around a lot. When it comes to game time, we also like to stay focused, get the necessary wins, and finish the season off with great chemistry. But overall, I think when we get back our focus, we play good like Wayne Hills is supposed to. I think with our bracket for states, I think we have a nice run in states. Definitely do a lot better than what people may expect of us.
I mean, first person that comes to mind when I think of star teammates is John Berdan. He's throwing at Seton Hall next year, and he knows how to win, and he knows how to lead, so he's always someone we look to. I think at the beginning of the year, it was tough. We had to work out some things, a lot of new kids coming up to play varsity, but I think every single game we got closer as a team and learned how to win. I think that our bats are strong, a little inconsistent, but we really don't have a weak spot in our lineup, and when we're rolling, we can hit top to bottom. Our weakness is sometimes we lose focus a little bit, and that translates to errors and bad at-bats, and when we lose that focus, it hurts us.
Our star players this year is probably Dean, John, and Pat. What's strong about our team is we never give up, and we'll keep fighting till the last pitch is thrown. What's weak about our team is sometimes we don't get off to a good start, and if the game isn't really like an elimination game, we kind of take it easy, but we got to play every pitch like it's our last. I think we definitely have a shot to make a run at this state tournament. I feel like baseball is a sport where anything's possible, and on any given day, anyone could beat anyone.
With the seniors now leaving, they transfer the leadership they had to this year's juniors to make this team better for years to come.
The Wayne Hills boys volleyball team has had an overall successful season this year, with a bunch of players having standout seasons. Let's check it out.
The Wayne Hills volleyball team had a very successful season this year. Coach Eustace is a great coach. He made sure to have the team working to the best of their ability.
Well, about Coach Eustace, there's an array of words you could say about that man. But overall, he's such a great coach. He says his world famous "learn from it," and most people think of it as a joke, but that's more of a statement he says just because you can only learn from your mistakes. You can't just get mad over.
Hi, I'm Coach Bill Eustace of the girls and boys Wayne Hills volleyball team. I've been coaching here since 1995, which to all of you who are very young seems like a long time, but to me, not so much. Our early success was due to the fact that we had been working together for 3 or 4 weeks in the preseason, and we had things going pretty well. Even though I've been doing this for 25 years now, I always look to get better. I'm signed up for several newsletters, and I get videos from different websites to incorporate different drills, and we try and employ that at least every other day. We do 2 or 3 new drills. Going forward, the guys really need to work on focusing on their first touch, meaning we have to be able to serve the ball in the correct spot, and we have to be able to receive serve so that we can start our offense. Our communication has been pretty good. We've gotten a little better as the year has gone on. That's helping us improve. What we really need to do is work more in the off season on developing leg strength so that we can play higher above the net. David was our captain this year. David had been in the program for the previous 3 years. David exhibits great leadership. He's very vocal. He's a very good player. He doesn't come off the court at all for us. All of that led him to being selected as captain and to having a very good season. My best skill as a coach is probably the experience that I can bring to these guys. There are times during a timeout or a pregame where I'll tell the guys exactly what's going to happen before it happens, and they look at me and they say, "Wait a minute, how did that happen? How did you know that?" I say, "Well, guys, I've been around for a while."
David Fado was the captain this year. He is a great leader and has been in the program for the past 3 years. He exhibits leadership, and that is what made him an important part of the team this year. So Coach Eustace said that Jarrett Bernard was a wonderful addition to the team, and he worked very hard, and he was dynamic, and he was also able to play multiple positions. Matt Rena was a very intelligent center. He made good decisions, he distributed the ball very well, and he ran the offense efficiently.
As a captain, I plan on improving on my communication with all of my teammates. Usually it's only the 5 other people that are on the court with me, but there's another 4 or 5 people that aren't always there, and I just want to get more in touch with them in every way. On and off the court, he's always the guy to start the jokes around, and on the court, he's always one. If you're doing a good job, he'll tell you. If not, he'll tell you on ways to improve it. He's just always looking and always very observant.
The team was able to capitalize on many of their goals this season. Many of their younger players were able to improve and get some leadership skills that the upperclassmen had.
My name is Liam Fegan. I'm a junior here at Wayne Hills. I've been doing volleyball all 3 years. Yes, we've had very good chemistry this year. I think we've really had some bonding. I had a party at my house to have some bonding in the middle of the season. We were faltering a little bit, and yeah, we really clumped together after that. We're really close. Well, our goals this year, we had some of the normal goals of sports, in a winning season. Didn't really do that. But, kind of bond as a team, and most of all, have some fun. I love volleyball because it's such a fun sport. It's one thing that it's kind of a relaxing thing after such a crazy marching band season. It's nice to just relax and play with my friends, after school. We got it all together. We all go out before practices. We go to Sunrise. And then after, we had a dinner with our coaches and stuff like that. So really our chemistry together is what kept us strong throughout the season.
The boys lacrosse team has had a great season under the coaching of Mark Jacobson. They hope to continue the success through the next year with the help of the rising seniors.
Wayne Hills boys lacrosse has had a successful season with their leadership, coaching, great players, and team chemistry. With a 14-5 record and winning counties, these boys have had a great season.
The lacrosse team has been successful because of their strong leadership on the team.
So the captains are really influential to our team. When we are out there and we're not playing great, they're really motivational. A couple of us, I am a captain for the team. We get up and we try and speak, get the team out of the rut that we're in.
I mean, we haven't really had any big tough losses, but a couple games we haven't played well. The captains brought us together and really kept our mind focused on the next game and to focus in practice and perform better.
I think at Wayne Hills we've always had great captains, but I think the captains this year have done an especially great job leading the team.
I had never seen him play before. Actually, yesterday was his first game back, so I never knew just how good he was. But I mean, he's a dominant performer, and he's just changes the whole game.
My favorite part of this year's captains would be they are all great guys, and they're really fun to hang out with at school. And on the lacrosse field, they're all really great, and it's great to have them out there. My favorite memory from this season is winning county championship, obviously. It was first in 7 years, and it's going to be a start of a legacy at Wayne Hills.
The lacrosse coaches have seen the progress in the team throughout the season. They were able to support them through their hard games and help them improve their mistakes.
Our coaches help us improve throughout the season by training us. They are always on us about catching, passing, shooting correctly, proper form, and they're really great.
My favorite memory from this lacrosse season was defeating DePaul Catholic 13-3 in the Passaic County final.
We had Coach Jacobson as our head coach. Coach Lacasco was an assistant with JV and varsity. Coach Gilmore is the head coach on JV. Coach Bailey is the head freshman coach. My favorite memory with coaches would be on the varsity trip. We really bond, and they're really just great guys. They're great to have around.
Up next, we will learn more about the players who made the team even more of a success.
Considering we were 7-8 last year, there was much room for improvement this season. Now, this year we were 14-4, and I would say overall we are a much better team than last year.
Typical practice would start off with stretching, kind of low-key. We would start off a little bit of a couple drills, shooting sometimes, passing, catching. Then we'd get into a little bit of 6-on-6, and every now and then we go full field. Our coaches are very involved in practices. Jacobson, he screams a lot, but, you know, it's all about getting the team motivated and getting them going.
Unlike last year, we do not have a star player on this team. We have a bunch of star players. We all rely on each other for the success.
All of the boys have great chemistry, which led them through the season with a strong record.
I think our team, we're really going to miss the seniors, their leadership, and their play on and off the field. But we have some guys coming back. We're going to step up. We have a lot of our returning juniors coming back to play, and I think they're going to be big for us. I would consider this season a successful season. My freshman year, 3 years ago, we went 3-15, and we finished the season not in a great spot. More recently, we were last year we had a just under 500 record, and this year we're back over that, and we won county championship. So I would classify that as successful.
The incoming seniors are looking forward to a great season next year. They will miss the seniors, but they plan on coming back even better with their team and plan on going just as far as they did this year. Up now, we have a short PSA from Gallo on online safety.
Up next on the roster, Sean Brown dusts off his old Atari and brings up an infamous game with an even stranger story.
It's finally here. The time has come. Yes, we got it. Finally, E.T. for the Atari 2600 is finally in my hands. This is gonna make a great video.
Hey Sean, what do you got there?
Oh, hey Ethan. I just got the E.T. game for the Atari 2600.
Oh my gosh, why would you get that? Don't you know that's one of the worst games ever?
Well, I thought I would make a review of the E.T. game, for my channel.
Let alone its reputation, but also the legend of the video game crash of '82.
Wait, what legend?
In 1982, there was a company called Atari who had started to create the worst games ever known by mankind. And they were creating them at such a bad level, it scarred children for life. Games like the one you have right there. Almost all copies of that game were refunded and were shipped to the Mojave to be buried. Few remain in perfect condition, but those few are the ones that have gained self-awareness.
Are you kidding me? Are you just trying to scare me out of playing this game? I don't care how self-aware it is. I'm gonna make a review of this game no matter what.
Fine, but I won't help you with it. And other YouTubers have done it before.
Fine, I'll do this by myself. I don't need your help reviewing this game. And I'll be different than those other YouTubers. You'll see. So is E.T. really the worst game of all time? I've heard that a lot of people say on the internet that it's probably one of the worst games. But today, we're gonna find out. Oh, let's plug this baby in.
Let's go play some Atari,
Okay, so once you turn on the Atari, you get to see E.T. on the front screen, with E.T. on the bottom. It's looking kind of weird, isn't he? The game starts when you see E.T. fall down to Earth in a forest in a pink spaceship, but it more looks like a pile of whale bones. E.T.'s spaceship leaves and your mission begins. You have to find 3 pieces of a cell phone to call that ship back and pick you up. Which begs the question, why did E.T. come to Earth if he just wanted to go home immediately? While traversing the land, E.T. will find many pits that he'll have to travel to because he needs to find the phone pieces. To get out of the pit, he has to extend his neck to a certain length and fly to the surface. Although, when you fly, make sure you have solid ground to stand on, because if you don't, you'll fall over and over and over again. However, you'll be hunted down by many fearsome predators, like Jamal, a cop who will bring you to the Lincoln Memorial Building, and Richard Tracy, he'll steal your phone pieces away from you like somebody who steals lunch money. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. Anyways, every time you walk, you apparently lose health. And every time you fall down the pit, you lose health. Which really is not that good, because eventually, you'll lose all your health, and this little boy will have to revive you. Do this 3 times, and you have to restart the game. Man. I'm done with this game. This is boring. In conclusion, this game isn't bad, but it's annoying and tedious. Now, I'm done with this. Let's go play some Berserk. As for you, we'll put you in a nice blue wall.
What up, bruh?
Oh my gosh. Are you one of those self-aware cartridges that Ethan was talking about?
Yep, that's me.
Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry if I said anything bad about you. Please don't hurt me.
Chill out, bruh. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to ask you something.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want?
Listen, man. You're the only one who has given me a chance, and I really need your help. All I ask you to do is bury me in the Mojave Desert. I have fulfilled my purpose.
Oh, I see. I'll bring you to a desert. Come on, let's bring you home. E.T., for all the time we spent for about 10 minutes, I enjoyed you. But today we are bringing you back to where you belong, a desert. So, before you leave, I'd just like to say some final words. You weren't that bad. So, I'm putting you back to where you belong with a pretzel and a friend to carry you out through the journey. Any final words, Ethan?
It was a game. Enough said.
Okay, now bury it, Ethan. I don't want to see it anymore.
Over the past few weeks, Faith Belomo and Alex Rivera have been working on a music video to Can't Help Falling in Love with You. The video showcases Alex's amazing vocals and Faith on the ukulele to show how all love matters.
When hate and fear seem stronger, we rise and fall, and light from dying embers, remembrances that hope and love last longer. And love is 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 love, cannot be killed or swept aside.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.
With summer almost here, it's time for some great tunes. Alongside Kyle Dunnigan on vocals, Matt Blumenberg looks to revive a mellow classic, The Rain Song by Led Zeppelin. Take it away.
The springtime of my loving, the second season I am to know. You are the sunlight in my growing, the little warmth I've felt before. It isn't hard to feel me glowing. Watch the fire that grew so low. the summer of my smiles. Free from me, keepers of the gloom. Speak to me only with your eyes. It is to you I give this tune. So hard to recognize. These things are clear from time to time. No talk. Felt the coldness of my winter. Never thought it would ever go. Curse the gloom that set upon us. I know that I love you so. Oh, I know that I love you so. Seasons of emotion, like the wind, they rise and fall. Is the wonder of devotion. I see the torch we all must hold. This is the mystery of the quotient. Upon us all, the rain must fall. Little rain, oh yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, and on behalf of on periods 2 and 3, thank you for watching.
Don't forget to catch us back next year. Have a great summer, everyone.